the Jig Alternative rig. Basically a Texas rigged piece of plastic with a skirt between the plastic and the weight. Certainly I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I'm sure there's millions of anglers out there fishing this exact rig probably. This is how I do it. The rig consists of course, this would be to your main line. I cut this one off the rod. A stopper knot to keep the weight in place. A bead to keep the knot going through the weight. If the hole in the weight is small enough, you don't need the bead. The skirt is pressed onto a Boss hub, and I'll show you how I do that in a second. Next, there is a rattle if you choose to use one. Nice touch in dirty water. And a parasite clip if you want to keep the plastic from sliding down onto the point of the hook, and then the hook and the plastic of your choice. It's a Rage Craw. Alright, so let's push the skirt onto the hub first. I use a old spinnerbait, sort of a stout little piece of wire will help. And then here's your hub. It's got a round end, which is the front, where the weight sits, in a sort of a semi-pointed back end. You put the front end on first, onto the piece of wire, the round end, and then take your skirt. I wet the hub a little. Take the front of your skirt and press it onto the back of the hub. You just put it onto the piece of wire and push your fingers together until the hub slides into the skirt. And that's it. Alright, now we'll rig one. You have your line. First thing that goes on is, this would be the main line to your rod. A bead on the line. Your weight. Your skirt with the hub in it, and the round line goes into the front of the round end. Rattle band if you choose to use one. Parasite clip again. This is your choice. You don't need either of those. And then your hook of choice. I'm using a Owner Wide Gap Plus 5/0. Big fan of this hook. It's stout. I like it. Quick Palomar. Cut off the excess. Rig your plastic. We'll go with Rage Craw. If you're using a parasite clip, you've got to put the hook back through the clip before you put the hook into the plastic. And then to expose your hook and your plastic. Throw it around. And there you are, you're rigged. All that's left is the stopper knot to keep the weight from sliding. I use a section of old braid, old frog line, and I tie a uni knot around the main line. You can tie it single if the knot's got a small enough hole. If it's got a bigger hole, or you're using a heavier weight and you want to really secure it, you can double it. Which is what I do, 3 wraps. Right around the main line. Slide it down to where you want it. And then snug up the braid. Cut off the excess. And there it is. One Jig Alternative rig. Weedless And that's it. I'm out.